Hello and welcome to another Nova Scrim YouTube video. Today we're doing a knife tier list. I'm going to talk through all the knives up until the end of 2022. Do not have the Araxis knife in this one, but I will mention where I think it goes. Anyways, without it actually being on the tier list, but let's jump right into it. Here we have it. So we've got the Artisan Foil, low-key one of the better knives that come out of the Battle Pass. So it's this one and obviously Ruination, which are like high quality knives. The right click on this makes you feel like you're going a million miles per hour. It's great when you're B hopping and all that stuff. So we're going to put it in solid B. It might bump up a little bit, but we'll see what happens with how the tiers are broken down. We don't want too much. We don't want it too top heavy here. We've got the Prelude to Chaos knife, which I honestly think is a C tier. A lot of people disagree with me, and I think it's a sick looking knife. The problem with it comes that it's just so huge that it's like a competitive disadvantage, like because you can't see where you're going. This here, I don't even know what this is called. I'm not even going to try and name it. I'm just going to put it in D tier because it looks a bit clunky. I know it's like the double wielded one and it's a bit meh. Blast X knife is low-key A tier. It's just like a default knife, but it's cool. It makes funny noises. It scratches that bit in the back of your brain when you pull it out, so we like that. We've got the Celestial knife, and I actually think this is an S tier. There's certain agents where their gloves and the knife just go together so well. Like if you're playing Astra, like I do, this knife works perfectly. I love it with Killjoy as well. Just depends on what agent you're playing, you know? Got the Champion's Karambit. Now this was the first Karambit that came into the game that was actually like a Karambit. Because you have like the Prime Karambit, which just isn't it, you know? I'm going to put this top A tier for now. It might bump up to S, but I just think it's a solid knife. And when it starts glowing, you're like, fuck yeah, I'm doing well. Was it the Prism or whatever the fuck? I think there's a C. It's D. It's D. It's just a default knife with some colors on it, which is fine. But I wouldn't ever rock it ever. Elder Flame knife. This is a D. While some of the Elder Flame skins smack, this one does not, in my opinion. Forsaken knife. I think this is. It's a C. It's a C. It's a little bit more than a default knife. I think axes. So we got the Gaia axe. I'm gonna put it in B tier. It's a solid knife. The axe is cool. I like that it's one of the first knives that came out that had like multiple color options rather than all the other knives, even like Elder Flame. You just got what you got. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly. F tier. This Battle Pass knife. I can't even remember what it is, but it's an F tier. Glitch Pop axe goes. I don't know. I think it's A tier. The pull-out animation's pretty cool. The inspection's pretty cool. The hue you get with it, I enjoy that as well. Glitch Pop knife, however, top of B tier. It's like comparable. I like the pull-out. I like the colors, but then the colors make me hate the pull-out because I have to pull it out 3 times just to get the color I want. Where I wish I could just set the color and go, yeah, I want the blue around the edges or the purple. I don't want anything else. We've got the Gravitational Uranium Neuroblaster, or the Anus Blaster, as I like to call it. It's a C. It's only a C because it's funny. Otherwise, it would be down at F. Like the name's funny, it looks funny. So, I mean, it's got its bonuses, but honestly, it's not that good looking. We got whatever knife this is. I forget what it is. It's a knife. It's a Battle Pass knife. It's like one of the first Battle Passes. I remember that much. I think this sword is probably one of the few swords that actually does go into F. I don't like it. It's nothing special. It came out in an actual purchasable set. It's like part of the last year's Lunar Chinese New Year set or something like that. But I'm not a fan personally. We've got the Ion Glove. I'm not the biggest fan of the gloves personally. I can see why they haven't done one in a while. Like it's been like a year since they've done a glove as a melee option. So I'm going to put that in D tier. Actually, I think it's like top of D tier. It's definitely better than some of the options we have here. yeah, just switching them around a little bit because this one's definitely the bottom of D tier. This might go down to an F if I'm completely honest. It looks like there's a lot of D tier knives so far. There will be more S tier as we go along. It just seems to be giving me a lot of bad options to start with. And I apologize for that in advance. It's a slow start, this tier list. But that's just because the options I've given. Another F tier is just a default knife in the Battle Pass. This Battle Pass knife, I think, goes top of all the ones we've had so far, apart from the Artisan, obviously. Because at least it was, like, for its time, it was alright. I don't think anyone's used a K-Tac since. I see people use the K-Tac Vandal from this Battle Pass, but not the knife. And I know why. I can't remember the name of this one. It's like the Lux knife. It's got a cool silhouette, so I'm gonna give it some props for that one. But that's all the props it gets. Mage Punk knife, again, it's got some cool bits to it. It's nothing special. The glove, it can go just above it. I know some people rate this glove actually pretty high, and it's got parts about it which are great. I think this is the last glove they made, if I remember correctly. Came out with Mage Punk Operator and Sheriff. The Sheriff is lit. Nebula knife is at the top of the default knives, at least. It's above all the other default knives, because at least it's got like a cool thing about it, you know? Just that little push above the others. We got the Glub Glub knife. And I think I want to go in B tier because it's just very unique out of the knives. So far, it looks like an anchor. That's really cool, isn't it? We can give it some slight extra props compared to the other ones, just for the fact it's an anchor. The butter knife. I hate this so much. I hate the look of it. I hate the shape of it. It's just not. It's not for me. Okay, if you like it, cool. I've seen some people play with it and be like, "It's so cool." I'm like, "Nah, mate, not really." But nice try. Only glove, like I say, gloves are going to go there. So now we're moving on to the protractor. I actually think this one's quite fun. The inspection animation's really cool, so it's going to go in the C tier. It's sort of in a similar vein. I think the Prelude moves up to B here because what the C tier is turning into. Whereas this just is a bit big. That's why it's in the C tier, not the B tier. It's just a bit big. Prelude to Chaos Vandal, best skin in the game. Knife, just a bit too big. Otherwise, it would probably be there as well. Another T tier. Prime Karambit. This is probably unlike what other people do. I actually like it. I like it upgraded. I like the noise it makes when you inspect it and spin it around your finger. Sadly, my alt key is next to it, so sometimes I have been known to fumble a Sova alt. By trying to inspect my knife. Apparently it's in its high elo. I disagree. I'm there. So we've got the Prime Axe. I quite like the Prime Axe. I think I'm rocking it at the moment. Just because I still don't think it's like S tier. Where do I put it? This is a tough one. It was the first skin, sadly, like first knife skin they released outside of the beta. So as soon as the game actually fully released, it was the first skin pack, first knife skin. Its inspection was, it shines. That's the upgrade. It shines. I think it goes just above the Gaia Axe, if I'm honest. For me personally, I like the right click. I've got this Prism. I didn't even mean to drop it there, but it lives there now. This one is really just like, why are they charging you for this? That should have been like 100 points, because it's really nothing. Like the skin department sat down and just got a coloring pen and went, yeah, we'll sell that, shall we? And you know, everyone in the room started clapping. It was like, yeah, this is great. Just compared to any other skin, it's basically a default knife with some blue tint. Right. Protocol knife is pretty cool. I'm going to put that on C. It speaks to you if you're a lonely gamer. It's great. is great. It supports you. If you know com, at least you can speak to the knife. Radionite axe, like baseball bat. Was it Radionite 2.0? Something like that. That goes in A tier because I just like that it's, you know, you swing it goes vroom. That's really cool. It makes my brain happy. We've got Reaver knife. That can just go there. Reaver knife is like all right. It's nothing special. It's bigger than the other knives. Recon butterfly. It's the first good butterfly knife that came out, so we'll put it in the B tier. But it's not like, yeah. You know, it goes in A. It goes in A because it was the first butterfly knife. People still rock it, and it still looks cool. RGX sword, like, of course it goes in S. It's just such a good skin. The animation, the way they hold it, is different than all the other swords on here, and that sort of separates it. Butterfly, RGX butterfly, obviously up there too. So over the Ruination sword, I think it's Ruination. Again, it's quite big is the issue. So I think we bump it into B tier, but it's top of B. It's got some cool effects. This is the best. What's it called? Ruin knife. That goes top of A. In fact, I'd put it above Champions. Like it's just a great knife. It's basic. It's like a little dagger, and the animation fits it. It's just like a rare battle pass W. You know, really rare battle pass W. We haven't had as good a knife skin since in the battle pass. Got Sentinels of Light. The weird thing about this one is character models are weird. So some of them hold it like to your image, you hold it point forward, and then in like when you see someone have it, it's point down. And I just wish that was continuity was there. I think it goes mid B. B and D seem to be filling up quite a bit. The C tier is a bit. Yeah, I'm gonna bump the protocol knife up actually. Singularity knife. I think this is top of D. The concept's cool. It just doesn't work well with this specific knife. The Sheriff is great. The Phantom I think is great. Finishers are great, and I think if this came out later when they started doing more effects for knives, maybe it's higher. But as it stands at the moment, it's just not best out there. The Smite knife, guess where that's going? It's going above the Prism because at least there's somewhat more effects compared to the default knife, but it's still a default knife. There's no lying about it. There's no ifs and or buts here. It's a default knife. We got the Christmas one. I don't know what it's called. I can't remember, but it's got a snow globe, and you shake it and inspect it, and it shakes it. For creativity, I'm putting in beta. Like just for creativity, it's something completely different. If you're a Christmas person, you're probably gonna love it. I'm not, so I don't. It's better than the year before Christmas knife. Well, except for the special thing that happened with the candy cane, but it's really individual and it does stand on its own outside of all the other knives. All right, now we go back to another battle pass. This one's really not special, so I'm just going to put it in D. I don't want to talk about it. Sovereign, I think it's a solid B tier. Z knife, I'm going to put top of A. I don't love it. I think it's good. I think it's solid. Sometimes I see people use it. I'm like, yeah, I want that. And then I just wouldn't spend the money on it, to be honest. It's solid. It's a good knife, but I won't use it. So therefore, it's not in my S tier. Is it in your S tier? Please let me know. Comments down below. Love to hear what you guys think about all these knives. Spline is a surprising. I think it's D. I think the Spline knife is better than actually most of the other knives. I'm not gonna lie. Let's just fill up the battle pass ones because these ones. Okay, this can't be that low. It's still above Smite. I think that one goes there. I need to scroll down. It's getting to this point where I need to scroll down just to see things. adjust this on the screen for you guys. All right, so we've got whatever sword this is. I can't remember. I know it's got the extra knife next to it. It's fucking huge. So that's going in C. Reaver's definitely better. This again is another D tier. This is just a carbon copy of the glitch pop knife, so it's going in F because it's just not it. The Jet Valorant Go S tier. This knife is solid. I love it. I think it doesn't just go well with Jet, but the kunai is so fun, and it's a great idea. Like it is different than any other knife they've released so far. And the pull-out animation is great. Battle Pass Karambit, low-key beater. I think it goes just below the foil, but like just below the foil. Like it's so close between the two. They've both got customized colors. This is just a solid Karambit. It came out not long after the Champions Karambit, I'm pretty sure, and people are like, wow, this is a good Karambit. Not much else to say there. Candy Cane. I think it's like the top of D. I think it goes above the gloves. This is another S. It's a basic knife, but again, the animations they have, the way you hold it, it's like the small things with it that make it that step above the rest. But the Euro Butterfly, which I think is a solid top of, I'm going to put it in B, actually. Because I've seen clips of people using it, like, inspecting it, like, combing someone's hair. That shit's funny. I'm sorry, but that's funny. We've got Reaver Karambit, again, another S tier for you all. Champions Butterfly, that's bottom of S. This Battle Pass knife is not it, Chief. This weird fan, I'm going to put it in D. I haven't really seen much of it. I don't think I've seen anyone use it. Just why I can't really rate it. Okay, we're almost done. We've got like 6 skins left. 7, sorry. And we're running out of space. So I might want to adjust. I think this goes in D. Ryuko moves to C. I'm still putting it top of C. Anal Blaster can come down. Mage Point Knife comes down, I think. But the glove stays. And then I can move this to there. I think Sovereign Sword has to move up in the rankings, if I'm honest. I think that's pretty good at the moment. Got the Chrono Void knife, which I think is a B because, again, it's very individual. The inspection's very different than any other knife. Oh, yes, we've got the Flame Hammer. That goes in F. Ion Karambit. Ooh. I think this goes here, right? Recon Knife comes down. Because I do want the S and the A tier just to have, like, those 7. They have those 7 skins that are the top. They are the top tier skins. Everything else is then sorted. We've got another Battle Pass. Meh. It's different for the Battle Pass. This is the animation for this. They don't even hold the knife properly. I think this goes actually right at the bottom. Because, like, this skin, you don't even hold the knife properly. Like, they didn't even animate it correctly, so it can't be good. This skin. Which one do I bump up? I don't think I can. This is just as, like, these are just bad. I could probably move, like, this whole line, right? Into here. In whatever order. Just, there's been some misses, these knives. And funny enough, the one space left is factual. Although I'd actually pump this up above these. But I think that is pretty good. I mean, people would argue this. I do change the F tier around a little bit. The S tier. No, I actually do think that. It's that. I think this is actually pretty close to how I feel. Because I only really put on these 3 top knife skins unless I'm having like a proper artisan foil type of day. But it's very rare. It's very rare. So this is my tier list of all the knives. I will say the Araxis slots into C. I personally feel. So that's where I'd put it. But let me know what you think. Let me know in the comment down below. What skins do you like? What is your perfect top 4 S tier Valorant knife skins? Thank you so much for watching. I've been Nova Scrim with irrelevant babble for 20 minutes. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you in the next one.